we're having some friends over for dinner, but we are going to prepare the meat already ahead of time by chopping up some of these herbs that we just picked in the garden. So here we have sage, and we are going to make un arista, a pork roast. But first of all, we're going to prepare this rub, and it's going to be way more than what we need, but I like to just prepare it and then put it in a jar with some salt. So in Tuscany, the two herbs that are used a lot, especially with pork, is of course sage, but then also rosemary. And very often women will prepare a bunch of it with the mezzaluna right here, this half moon, and then, like I said, place it in a jar, and it's ready to be used whenever it's needed. So right now we're going to do quite a bit extra. Now with this mezzaluna that was made by a friend of mine in Scarperia. Scarperia is a small town nestled in the hills of Tuscany, and they're known for their knife making. So with this mezzaluna, I'm going to chop everything up nice and finely. So look how nice and fine everything has become. So now to this, we're going to add some coarse sea salt, kind of like a good bit of it, and that will also preserve it, just a tad more. Mix all this up, and then put most of it in a jar, probably a little bit more salt. There we go. So now we're going to put most of it in this mason jar, and the rest we will use for our arista, for our pork loin, about that much. We're also going to add a little bit of pepper to it. We're going to get all these herbs, put them right in here. To this, we will add some crushed garlic and olive oil. So we're going to crush the garlic right in here, and we're going to get maybe 2 more. And we'll also add a few hot pepper flakes. This just makes it nice because it makes it nice and thin. And some hot pepper flakes right here. And in the background, you can hear my little grandbaby that just came over. All right, we're gonna put some olive oil in here, and with this, we're going to rub our roast. Now here, we're just going to use our hands, rub it on there everywhere, and oh my, if you could only smell the aroma of these herbs. Then we will place this in a container and in the refrigerator overnight. We'll turn it around and do the same on this side. Best tools are your hands. Now that everything is nicely rubbed in, we're gonna slide this guy right in here. Make sure every bit of this, these herbs and the oil is in there. This is our roast after it has been able to rest in the fridge with all these wonderful herbs overnight. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna tie it a bit, and don't worry, we'll still use the other herbs that I've just been pushing off. I just don't want them to burn when I brown the meat on all sides. I'm gonna place this on here, and these are great because they're kind of already prepared for you, so it's easy to put them on. Tying the meat or putting these on kind of helps the meat to stay compact, and so you're going to be able to get some nice slices when we go to cut it. Let's put this last one on, and we're ready to sear it on all sides. The pan has nicely heated up. We're going to put some olive oil in there, and then place our meat right on top. And with patience, we're going to brown all sides. In the meantime, we're going to cut the potatoes, and check out this color. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And then we will place them into boiling water for maybe 5 minutes, and that's it. And that's going to help to get some of the starches out, and they will roast better that way. Oh, by the way, look at this knife my son just made me. Beautiful. The water has come to a boil, We'll put the potatoes in for just 5 minutes and then take them back out. It's time to turn the meat. Look at how beautiful it is. As you can see, it's nicely seared on all sides, and this will also help for all the juices to stay inside the meat. I placed the potatoes in the bowl where we still had some of those leftover herbs, the rosemary, sage, and garlic. And now I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil to it. We'll add it right here to the roast and place this in the oven. We're also going to add some aglio in camicia, garlic with the shirt on, which means with the skin on. And again, this is going to be such good savory candy later on when it comes out. And we are ready to put it in the oven. Let me add just a tad more olive oil on top. The oven is nicely preheated. We're going to place it in here and let the oven do its magic. We are halfway through cooking, and now we're going to just place a bit of white wine over here. Our meat is finally ready to come out. We checked the internal temperature of the meat, and look at this. The potatoes are perfect, and the meat looks nice and juicy. Here is our beautiful arrosto di maiale with the potatoes, and we are going to take these little guys off, and as soon as our guests will be here, we will slice it in thin slices. Well, all I can say is buon appetito!